Water Resource Users Associations, so-called RUAs, made up of water users and landowners along the rivers, are formed to manage and conserve a shared water resource. Their main objective is to reduce conflicts over water, ensure water supply, and protect the ecosystem along rivers, the so-called riparian zone. RUAs bring together all users of a river catchment, also described as a river basin or watershed, and manage the distribution of water in a fair and negotiated way. In Kenya, RUAs first began forming in the 1990s. They are established by communities along rivers and guarantee the management participation of their members in all decisions taken on the use of the river water.
My
name is Mercy Kendi. I work for Ingushishi Water Resources Users Association as the manager. Ingushishi Water Resources Users Association was started back in 1998 as a self-help group and community-based organization that was formed because of the conflicts that were coming from downstream users and the upstream users on Ingushishi River. Basically, what we do here is for the protection of the Ingushishi water resource. That's both surface and groundwater. During the formation of the RUA, out of the 200 illegal abstractions, we came out with 16 projects, where 9 of them are commercial projects and 7 of them community projects. From the 16 projects is where we came up with a management committee. Each project has given us a representative who comes to our main committee meetings. We've been able to come up with other committees. That's the Procurement Committee, the Finance Committee, the Monitoring and Evaluation Committee, and we're able to raise and sustain the RUA. We have water that's been metered, and members pay a little amount of money at the end of each month, depending on their usage and their allocation. Then we also have the membership fees that every one of the 16 projects brings in, some renewal money for people to retain their membership. I would really love to show you what we do in the field. Karibuni sana. Welcome.
Karibuni sana.
Fifteen years ago, we had several consultations, meetings, at this point where the upstream and the downstream members met to decide on how they must share this little resource. Common intake was one of the first resolutions to our conflict. We had to carry out an allocation plan to know how we will share the resource among the members. We were able to get the number of people living in the catchment, as well as the number of livestock and the acreage. That way we were able to share the resource equally among all the projects and all the members. From the total production of the springs, the RUA is given an allocation of 70%, where 30% is supposed to be left for the riparian land, for the ecosystem, and for the wildlife that's along the river line. We have 4 abstractions from this spring. The small 4-inch pipes are mostly consumed by the communities that live within the locality. The 6-inch one is for one of the commercial farms, just within the area. Now you see this big other pipeline. It's serving the community that's about 21 kilometers down. The Maasais live there. Construction of this common intake was meant to be a completely self-regulating weir. This has created a lot of transparency to all the members, because whenever the water level goes up, then it clearly shows that everyone gets enough allocation. And if the water level happens to go down, then still it's equally shared among all the members. RUA has not only been able to construct one of the best intakes in the country, but as well tried to protect its resource, employing a guard who takes care of the resource 24/7. We've also been able to put fencing around the intake to ensure that no one comes to steal from the intake or pollutes the water system. RUA has been able to employ 5 river scouts. Their job is to walk around the river line to see that there's no illegal abstraction along the line. And this has assured that the river has been flowing to the confluence of Timau RUA throughout the year. Through capacity building, we've been able to train our members to conserve the existing as well as plant more seedlings within the riparian land. The Water Act 002 indicates clearly that between 6 and 30 meters from the river line, depending on the length of the river, should be protected. So our members have taken it positively, and we've been able to plant water-friendly species of trees along the river line. That's a stretch of over 21 kilometers down. We've now arrived to another spring, which produces an average of 20 liters per second. Mthuri Spring is situated on private land. The owner of this plot is also the chairman of the Rua and has really taken good care of this spring. We've been able to build a wall around the spring to take care of erosion, as well as the mudslides that are common in this area. And we've also been able to plant seedlings along the riparian land and also along the catchment area to ensure that there's enough production. Ensuring that every member has some water in their household has not been a very simple job. We had to do several sittings because there were so many conflicts with the members. Dialogue was the best method to solve the conflict. Maasais, who are down the stream, and the Meru, who are in the upper stream, who actually believe water is their right and it's their resource. We had to bring them together and see that the resource is shared among all the members. We're encouraging other Ruas to come together, form Ruas to help them sustain and conserve the water so that there's enough reserve flow, as well as empower the members at livelihood level to show that we've been able to upgrade their living standards. Conflicts between water users up and downstream are a widespread problem in many river watersheds. Ruas offer a participatory and integrative way to mediate among stakeholders, provide fair and equal distribution of water, and promote land and water management practices.